Have you ever been told that your hands and feet are always cold? Or perhaps you're the opposite. Someone who always runs warmer than everyone else around you. Today, I'm going to share some truly shocking scientific discoveries about how your baseline body temperature goes far beyond just being a number on a thermometer. It actually plays a crucial role in determining your aging speed and overall health span. I became deeply interested in this topic after watching a family member struggle with chronically low body temperature, and the recent research from Harvard Medical School and Stanford University has revealed some absolutely remarkable findings. Let me start with a statistic that might shock you. According to a large-scale study conducted by the National Institutes of Health, people whose average body temperature stays below 96.8 Fahrenheit age biologically 28% faster than those who maintain temperatures between 97.7 and 98.6 Fahrenheit. To put that 28% difference into perspective, two people who are both 50 years old could have vastly different biological ages. The person with lower body temperature would have a body equivalent to someone around 64 years old, while the person maintaining normal temperature could have a much younger biological age. This raises a critical question. Why does body temperature have such a profound impact on aging? And what exactly are the differences between people with higher versus lower body temperatures? To answer these questions, researchers worldwide have spent the last decade conducting intensive studies, and they've discovered something extraordinary. Your body temperature isn't just a number. It's actually the key factor that determines the speed of countless biochemical reactions happening at the cellular level throughout your entire body. A fascinating study published by Stanford University School of Medicine in 2022 reveals some truly remarkable findings. Researchers followed 240 adults for 5 years, comparing those with average temperatures below 97.2 Fahrenheit to those maintaining temperatures above 98.2 Fahrenheit. The results were striking. The low-temperature group showed mitochondrial function that was 34% lower on average, meaning their cells' ability to produce energy was significantly impaired. Mitochondria are often called the powerhouse of the cell, and when their function declines, all bodily functions slow down and aging accelerates. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The relationship between body temperature and immune function is absolutely remarkable. Research from the University of Munich's Department of Immunology found that for every 1 degree Fahrenheit drop in body temperature, white blood cell activity decreases by an average of 40%. Think about what this means. People with lower body temperatures have significantly weaker immune responses when exposed to the same viruses or bacteria. In fact, participants in the low-temperature group in this study caught colds 3.5 times more frequently per year and took twice as long to recover compared to the normal temperature group. So what causes low body temperature? Many people think it's just their natural constitution, but that's not entirely true. According to research from Harvard Medical School's Department of Endocrinology, the average human body temperature has been steadily declining over the past 150 years. While the average was 98.96 Fahrenheit in the 1850s, it has dropped to around 97.88 Fahrenheit today. This is largely due to changes in our living environment. The widespread use of air conditioning and heating means our bodies no longer need to work as hard to regulate temperature, which has led to a decrease in our basal metabolic rate. Modern lifestyle habits compound this issue. Prolonged sitting, loss of muscle mass, chronic stress, and irregular sleep patterns all contribute to lowering body temperature. Muscle mass is particularly important because muscle tissue generates the most heat in our bodies. Research from the University of Tokyo's Department of Exercise Physiology shows that a 10% decrease in muscle mass leads to an average drop of 0.54 degrees Fahrenheit in baseline body temperature. Now here's something truly fascinating about people with higher body temperatures. A longevity study conducted at the University of Copenhagen analyzed individuals who lived beyond 90 years old and found they consistently maintained average body temperatures between 98.2 and 98.6 Fahrenheit. These individuals had maintained this temperature range since their younger years, and it turned out to be one of the important biomarkers of longevity. Blood analysis of these long-lived individuals showed inflammation markers that were 47% lower than average, and oxidative stress levels that were 52% lower. Now for the question you're all wondering about. How can you raise a low body temperature? And how can people with normal temperatures maintain that state? The good news is that body temperature is absolutely manageable and improvable. Participants who followed a temperature management program developed by the Mayo Clinic saw their average body temperature increase by 0.72 degrees Fahrenheit in just 8 weeks, along with improvements in overall health markers. The most effective method is resistance training. As I mentioned, muscles are like furnaces for your body. According to research from Stanford's Department of Sports Medicine, participants who engaged in resistance training for 30 minutes 3 times per week for 12 weeks saw their average body temperature increase by 0.9 degrees Fahrenheit, and their basal metabolic rate increase by 18%. The important thing is that you don't need high-intensity workouts. Basic bodyweight exercises like squats, lunges, and push-ups are sufficient. Since leg muscles account for 70% of total muscle mass, focusing on lower body exercises can produce faster results. Second is the importance of breakfast. Research from Cambridge University's Metabolic Research Laboratory shows that people who skip breakfast have body temperatures that are 0.54 degrees lower on average, and metabolic rates during morning hours that are 23% lower. Conversely, people who eat protein-rich breakfasts see their body temperature rise by an average of 0.72 degrees after eating, and this effect lasts for 4 to 5 hours. High-protein foods like eggs, chicken breast, and Greek yogurt have excellent thermogenic effects and significantly help raise body temperature. Third is the use of warming foods like ginger and chili peppers. An experiment conducted by Waseda University's Department of Nutrition found that participants who drank 1 cup of ginger tea daily for 3 months saw their average body temperature increase by 0.54 degrees and peripheral blood circulation improve by 35%. The gingerol and shogal compounds in ginger were found to dilate blood vessels and promote circulation, contributing to temperature increase. Capsaicin in chili peppers has similar effects and can boost basal metabolic rate by up to 8% when consumed in appropriate amounts. Fourth is the use of foot baths and half baths. Research from the University of Freiburg's Department of Balneology found that participants who soaked their feet daily for 20 minutes in water between 104 and 107.6 Fahrenheit saw their average body temperature increase by 0.72 degrees after 4 weeks, with sleep quality improving by 42%. Taking a foot bath 1 to 2 hours before bedtime is particularly beneficial as it improves temperature regulation rhythm and promotes deeper sleep. Fifth is proper clothing choices. Many people overlook this, but it's important not to rely too heavily on indoor temperature control, and to give your body opportunities to regulate its own temperature. Keeping indoor temperature slightly lower and wearing thin layers actually improves temperature regulation ability. Research from Maastricht University's Department of Environmental Medicine found that participants who maintained indoor temperatures at 66.2 Fahrenheit saw their brown adipose tissue increase by an average of 42% after 10 weeks, with baseline body temperature rising by 0.36 degrees. Brown fat is a special type of fat tissue that generates heat and plays a crucial role in maintaining body temperature. However, there are important precautions you must take. First, attempting to rapidly and artificially raise body temperature can be dangerous. Excessive use of saunas or steam rooms, or bathing in water that's too hot, can actually strain the cardiovascular system. This is especially important for people with high blood pressure or heart conditions, who should always consult with a doctor first. Second, Abnormally high body temperature can also be problematic. If your temperature consistently exceeds 99.5 Fahrenheit, it could be a sign of hyperthyroidism or other metabolic disorders, and you should get tested. The normal range varies by individual, but generally falls between 97.7 and 99.14 Fahrenheit. Let me share a practical 7-day temperature management program you can implement starting today. This program was developed by Stanford's Department of Preventive Medicine and in clinical trials. 92% of participants experienced positive changes. Days 1 through 3 focus on establishing your baseline and improving eating habits. Days 4 and 5 introduce exercise. Day 6 adds thermal therapy. By day 7, most people see a 0.36 to 0.54 degree increase in their baseline temperature. If you found today's video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe with notifications on for more valuable health information. I'm committed to bringing you the best information for your healthy future. Stay healthy and energized.